Secretary Blinken, thank you for joining us here tonight. I want to get right to what was reported late today from Russian state news. Reports that those Russian separatists in those two regions inside Ukraine that Vladimir Putin declared as independent, that those separatists have now made a formal appeal to Vladimir Putin for military help in, quote, repulsing Ukrainian aggression, accusing Ukraine of genocide. This was announced in the middle of the night in Moscow, and you've been saying all along, the U.S. has been predicting that there could be some sort of manufactured plea for help here, that Putin might then use it to send in Russian troops. Is that what we're witnessing here?
David, I'd say this is exactly that. This is right out of the Russian playbook to manufacture a provocation as a justification for invading Ukraine. And this is part and parcel of what we predicted all along.
Secretary, I wanted to ask you about what we heard from John Kirby over at the Pentagon late today. When pressed, what has the U.S. seen inside eastern Ukraine? Has the U.S. seen Russian forces move into the Donbass region? He said that we certainly believe that additional Russian military forces are moving into that region, but we can't confirm the numbers, the capabilities, but that we certainly believe that's happening. So just to be clear tonight, the U.S. believes Russian forces have moved into eastern Ukraine. Can you shed any more light on the numbers? What do we know right now?
David, I can't give you light on specific numbers, but what I can tell you is this. Everything we've seen over the last 24 to 48 hours has Russia putting the final touches on having its forces in place across all of Ukraine's borders, to the north, to the east, to the south, to be ready for a full-on invasion.
We know they're assembled on the borders, though. He made it sound like they've begun to push in. Is that your belief, too?
We've certainly seen the presence of Russian forces inside of Ukraine.
We all watched as Vladimir Putin suddenly declared those two regions independent, then sanctions from President Biden. 24 hours ago, President Biden telling the American people that the invasion was beginning, and then we saw more sanctions. Now tonight, Putin giving every signal that he's now moving forward. So are the sanctions working here?
David, the sanctions are designed to do two things. And first of all, we've spent a lot of time working with allies and partners to build the sanctions, to be able to act in unison, to be able to act quickly, which is just what we did yesterday with significant sanctions against major Russian financial institutions, their ability to raise money around the world for their projects, and critically, the step that Germany took in close coordination with us to end this pipeline, the so-called Nord Stream 2 pipeline that would have been a cash cow for Moscow going forward, an $11 billion project that's now on the ice. But the sanctions are designed in the first instance to try to deter Russia from taking further aggression, from engaging in a massive invasion of Ukraine beyond the steps that they've already taken. But if that doesn't succeed in deterring them, to make it very clear that there are going to be massive consequences and to punish them for the actions they take.